Hopefully the...
Hey, that's the
Yeah, it looks like...
interesting avatar you got on. When were you riding earlier?
I haven't even turned on my computer today, brother. Just been hanging out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to give Mal a penalty for this. I'm thinking maybe potentially like around.
No,
I gave him a little.
I'm gonna send the link to the stream. Oh, nice. Okay, he's in. All right. Hey, everybody. This is round 1. Shane versus Malachi. Shane versus the Messiah. We have an LF, very close LF match. Two almost top 10 LF players going head-to-head in the round 1 here. A very anticipated match. Probably one of our most anticipated matches so far in the tournament. I'm here with LF number 18, Chris. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Just a quick correction there. Not LF number 18. I'm actually LF number 3. But yeah, I mean, this is looking to be a very promising match. Really looking forward to seeing what both players can deliver on one end. I mean, this has been probably the most anticipated round 1 matchup that we've had. I mean, on one end you have Mao, Messiah, and on the other end you have Shane, which are two almost like nemesis. Like they've really like gone at it in practicing for this match. So it's gonna be a really interesting one to see who takes it.
I agree.
Definitely a Lunafate ranking on the line tonight, depending on the outcome of this match.
What are your predictions for this match?
Well, I'm predicting, to be honest, after Mao's really strong qual results, I haven't really seen the mental fortitude from Shane yet, especially in the quals. I think Mao perhaps has a mental edge here after just judging off the quals alone. So I think even though Shane in like snippets can play better than Mao, I think Shane's ceiling is higher, but I think Mao has a more consistent skill floor that's gonna allow him to win this match. I'm going to go Mao here.
Yeah, I think I don't know, because I did see them playing against each other in their own private server kind of a little bit before this match, and there were a couple maps where I really just didn't like Mao's performance. I know he can be great on maps like Legacy, and maps like Island Route. I have Mal winning those, but the other 3 maps I think are kind of toss-ups. I think when you look at especially Coast, Shane is one of the best Coast players in the world at the moment. I mean, I watched him get multiple 16-2s in a private server, so this is going to be a close match for sure at the very least.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Shane messing up. And this practice is going to take all the practice time, which I do suggest. And it looks like they both have practiced these maps quite a bit. I mean, they've taken like a week of preparation, played against each other a ton on these maps in the past few days, so we should be seeing some solid times out of both these players.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But, let me go choose the map. Crazy and lag. Well, that's why we offer touches.
Shane opting to use Mushirio Head instead of Light Bulb, which may be a little bit of a slowdown, to be honest. A little bit heavier avatar.
I don't know, it looks like Shane getting a faster start here into practice 2. I honestly find that... Oh, Shane with a weird mistake there. I haven't seen anybody make that before. That is an odd place to die. Hopefully Shane gets his consistency a little better. He's going to have to start making these runs. At least finish if you're going to play... If you're playing against Mal, I mean, you have to finish runs.
And Shane out in the first 10 seconds of each practice, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't know about that strategy. Especially against Mal, I would take all the time you can, especially on a skipless map like this. This is kind of Mal's specialty and where he thrives.
And Mal's seeming to like land those wall calls beautifully.
Yeah, I would say he could take these a little bit tighter, but I don't hate the lines because at the same time, you want to remain consistent. And if this is something that Mal can consistently do, which we have seen in the practice, he hasn't made any mistakes yet. So if he can keep that up, I think he's going to be looking great here for this. Into round 1. And I think, just based on the practice, I think Mal has a great chance of taking this map. This wasn't even known as Shane's map anyway, but we'll see. Shane out ahead at the start here, as he has been in multiple of these practices. We'll see if he makes any mistakes. And, ooh, that was a close jump there. Almost fell off, but does get the walk-off. Looking to be about
very far as we approach the slope.
Ooh, and Mal with better steams. Shane missing that jump.
Misses.
Not optimal, but he is going to finish the run. Let's see what Mal gets here. A 31.3 is not bad, and we can assume, he probably touched 0.2 or 0.1 there, so pretty solid run from Mal. He'd probably like a better time than that, but, it's better than a DNF.
Absolutely. Mal also with a little bit more star lag than Shane, so I'm sure the touch would likely be slightly better than the 0.3.
Yeah. And I like Shane just finishing the run here, just in case. A lot of people will DNF, but when you're put in a situation where you only have 3 runs left and you have 2 DNFs so far, it's not great. You want to have these runs finished, that way your average is not pulled up, too significantly.
Mal seeming to warn Shane in general about time.
In general.
Or in the chat. Maybe Shane feeling a little bit of pressure here.
Yeah, before this match, Shane was talking about how Mal was going to win, and I think probably not the right mentality you want to have going into a match against someone who's of a similar skill level. Both having solid runs, but Shane just looking like the quicker player here. These quick turns.
Great run.
Just very quick turns from Shane. That's what I will say is Mal's lines maybe.
And Shane misses end zone.
Oh no!
Brilliant pace.
Oh no! And Shane has to do well on these final runs here. He has to do well, because if he doesn't, he's going to be counting that 50. He's going to be counting that 50-second time if he doesn't.
For Mal to finish with 0.2 on the ping he has, and for Shane to be seemingly a good gap ahead of him coming into that ending, that really could have been like a 31.0 if you want to be optimistic.
Yeah. And Shane does start ahead, but I think the gap was a bit bigger than it is at the start. And I do think Shane's start also is a bit cleaner as well. I think if Shane can start finishing these runs, we can see a much closer scoreline here going into round 3. Shane with some great steams, taking that really tight, but Mal as well, not too far behind.
Great run. Can he finish it this time?
And he looks like he does take a little bit of a safer ending, but not a bad time from both.
Don't worry, are you taking scores?
Nope.
Alright, we have to do legacy after that.
That's no problem. That's no problem. I can kind of keep scores in my head of who's winning. So right now I think Mal probably definitely has the better average, but 2 rounds left.
I'll take scores from Coach then.
All right. Yeah, Shane, I think his start, as you can see, it just gains a couple frames in my opinion. Just much cleaner lines. And again, just the faster turns. I think this is a result of the amount of time that Shane has spent just playing skipless in the past year. Just so much time spent. He's easily spent the most time out of any player playing skipless, so it's clearly paid off. And both players with a solid run of 0.1 is not bad.
0.1 from Shane. All the pressure on Shane here. If he can finish out with just one more run, this would be a crazy comeback on Legacy when he's seemingly 2 DNFs down, essentially.
Yeah, and it also reminds me of a similar performance from a match not too long ago that I was in where last 3 rounds of almost every map kind of pulled through.
Yeah, And if Shane gets the run here, I mean, this could be huge for his confidence. He's really.
Oh.
Oh, and Shane misses.
No.
And
But he
that's
could still
probably
finish.
going to be it for Legacy.
Yeah, that's definitely going to give Mal the win here. That's very unfortunate. Shane was kind of ahead of Mal in some of these runs, but consistency at the end of the day is the most important factor, and so we're not counting the fastest run. We're counting who can finish consistently and quick. So
maybe Shane is feeling a bit of the pressure here from having to come back from 2 losses down in this round.
yeah, it's not easy, but on to Coast practice 1.
Shane devastated after that in chat, typing that he lost.
That's not the mentality you want to have, but this is Shane's map. You got to remember, I was watching them in practice. Mal getting 16 sixes, Shane getting 16 twos. So this is where Shane really needs to shine and get his point here that he kind of deserves. I think you can kind of just see Mal with the death there early and Shane kind of just dominating here. We're going to see what time this ends as, but I'm going to presume at least a 16-3. Yeah, 16-4, not too bad. And practice 2 here. But I'm excited to see how the scoreline goes because Shane, as you know, he's a bit nervous right now. He's a bit down on himself, clearly in chat. But this is his map. So I think if he can get this map, just get these rounds in, get some good times, it can bring his confidence back in this match.
Absolutely.
Oh, and Mal with these little slopesteel mistakes. I mean, the map's it's not easy. This map is designed in a way that kind of enforces you to take the best route possible. And Shane finishing another solid run there. All right, on to round 1. We're going to see here. Shane, very consistent. He seems to be just fine on this map. I saw that in practice as well, kind of before the match. Didn't really make many mistakes. We'll see. Mal starting slightly behind as always. Now with the slight slope still, but still in it. And not too bad, but I think Shane, honestly, just taking everything just slightly better. You're just going to get a slightly better time. 16-4, 16-6. Kind of what I expected here on this map. But on to round 2.
I mean, this was really one of those matches that could really just come down to the wire, considering both players' LF ranks, but also just their skills and their specialties. I mean, they're both skipless players, essentially exclusively. So, I mean, just a really close match this promises to be if Shane can keep this up.
Yeah, and what is exciting is that they're both skipless players, but later they're going to be doing a skip on Twilight Lagoon. I'm not sure about Northern, but I think I remember Shane taking that map, by the way, or that round. But I think I remember Mal telling me he's got a secret up his sleeve on Northern Cliffs. And Shane, not known for doing the Northern skip. I'm not sure if he's going to be doing that today. But I don't think Shane's expecting it from Mal either, which could be a great surprise for Mal.
Absolutely. That would be incredibly interesting if Mal does opt for doing any sort of skip on Northern. I mean, Mal is not known as a skip guy.
No. Shane with the mistake. Mal looks to be on a solid run here.
Luckily for Shane, this time the DNF comes right after 2 solid runs. So
Yeah. Now you've got 2 runs left to just finish a solid time. Doesn't even have to be anything crazy. Mal feeling confident in the chat despite losing the map so far. Shane, all he really needs is like a 16-5 and could take this one based off IGT alone. I'm not sure what Mal's touching here, possibly 16-4s, but we'll see. But on to round 4. Shane needs another finished run here. which I'm sure he can do. He has been consistent. Ooh, and Mal with the death.
Wow.
Just after talking about consistency too, and Shane with the 16-3 is a great time.
Looking increasingly likely that Shane is going to take this map.
I'm kind of excited, honestly, for the next map as well, Island Route. I mean, I'm not even sure what we're going to see from Shane. I don't think I've ever seen Shane play Island Route. So it seems to be a Mal win, but you never know. Shane could pull out, M9. Who knows? Kind of similar to how Cott did. Oh, Mal with another death. Luckily, he does have 3 finished runs.
With that death, it does solidify that Shane will be taking this map unless there was some crazy touches that Mal got that we're unaware of.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, and it's possible, but from what I was seeing, Mal getting those slight little slope steals is going to put him behind Shane on most of these runs, I presume. So, heading into round 1, or practice 1, rather, of Island Route. And I'm excited to see what we're going to see from each of them. I'm not sure what kind of route or avatar they're going for. It looks like they're both just sticking in the skipless here.
Yeah, I mean, we did see a brief skip performance by Lewis the other day before the unfortunate ending with his match with John.
Yeah. It looked to be about equal here. I was kind of expecting Mal to have an edge. He's a former world record holder of 32.5, but ooh, weird line there from Shane. Very odd. I don't think I've ever seen anyone take that line. Shane with another weird death there. 32.8, not bad for Mal.
Yeah, just based off first impressions, I mean, this map doesn't seem to be either player's strongest suit, so that'll make it even more up in the air and interesting as this match develops.
Yeah, if Shane can just get this consistency down, I think he does really well up until that jump kind of coming up on this road here. And he takes a really weird line, which is not the skipless line. I don't know why he takes it so wide.
Absolutely. Maybe a mobile thing. Maybe Shane just unable to trust himself with that jump on mobile, maybe expecting to fly over.
Yeah, I mean, I've never performed in a mobile, so I'm not sure how that would go. It's not even easy.
That shift lock, yeah. Shift lock drastically helps that jump, so, I mean, if you're not in shift lock there, it's very easy to fly over, and obviously mobile doesn't necessarily have shift lock, so.
Yeah, you would have to be in first person, and that's just not, you can't do that on a map like this. I think Shane, yeah, other than that part, looks fine, but it's just that one part that I think is really going to kind of slow him down on this map. And we're seeing some decent consistency from Mal here as well.
To be honest, Shane's strategy doesn't lose necessarily as much as I thought it would. I mean, it does lose time still, but I mean, after Shane does his strategy, he's still been ahead of Mal, just ever so slightly on both attempts. So. I
think it also is partially due to the fact that Shane does start like 0.1 ahead because we are in a Shane server currently, so he has that advantage going for him. Mal all the way across the United States, coming from the West Coast to an East Coast server.
Shout out to all our listeners from California right now, from the East Coast. Thanks for tuning in.
Right into round 1. And based off the practice, I really don't know what to expect. I think if Shane can finish these runs, I think we can see a very close matchup here. Because, a 32-8 is not incredible. I think Shane could probably match that even with that weird line.
To be honest, I think Mal is in a comfortable position after clutching up on Legacy. I mean, Shane was really looking scary after he came back from 2 DNFs down. It could be in a very different position if Shane took both Legacy and Island Route.
A coast.
Oh, sorry.
early prediction. But Shane not looking too bad here, and does, as you can see, takes that wide line. Ooh, and Mal with the mistake. See what Shane can finish here. A 32.7.
Shane with a 32.7. Not bad at all, given the method he's using.
Yeah. As I don't know if you saw there, but he didn't even make it cleanly over to the next platform. He kind of stopped and bonked it a little bit and still managed a 32.7, which I think is pretty impressive. But on to round 2. Mal needs to kind of up his consistency. And I think even in practice, we saw him finish one of those runs, but the other one not finished, and now the round 1 not finished, so maybe he should have practiced this more. I'm not sure how much time he's really put into this since 32.5. Taking some of these lines really wide. Shane gaining quite a bit of time here just based off the turns. Kind of as I was talking about before on Legacy, Shane, these turns are just so quick. Shane going to make it cleanly. Yeah, doesn't lose too much time, I don't think. Only a 0.1 difference.
32.7.
This could end up being a close match, especially when you account for touches. And on to round 3. Wait, is this round 4 or round 3?
No, round 3.
Okay. This is kind of the halfway point of Island Route here. This is kind of the... Ooh, Shane with a mistake. And I was going to say this is kind of the turning point of the map, It's kind of where it turns into like, oh, I have a couple more rounds, I'm fine, to like, oh shit, I got to perform here.
Ooh, now, the cleanest of finishes there.
Yeah. It's not a time Mal's going to want to count into his score.
Yeah, I mean, if Shane can just close out one more .7, it looks very likely that he can end up winning this map.
Which I think is kind of a scary reality for Mal. I think this is one of the maps that Mal was planning on taking. And we do have Northern coming up and Twilight coming up, so and those are skip maps. Anything can happen with a couple of skipless players. But I think it is going to be a lot tougher if Mal doesn't lock in a couple of solid times here. Both players seem to be pretty equal. Mal kind of gaining back what he lost off that start lag. But Shane taking that tighter. Just taking both of those tighter. And oh no, Mal with the huge mistake.
And that might be it for Mal here.
That's going to cost him. He was talking about consistency earlier, but maybe didn't account that jump. That jump is really tough, especially in the Arthur Avatar. I mean, a lot of people, they'll play, I don't know if Mal has, but, you'll play the M9, you'll do the skip, and you think it's so easy, and then you go back into Arthro, and you start having trouble, especially if you haven't practiced. Ooh, weird jump there from Shane. Gonna lose a little bit of time. Mal catches back up. Mal looks to be on a solid run. Oh no, makes the same mistake again. That seems to be his kryptonite.
And it looks like Shane's unorthodox route has actually played out here, as he seemingly takes the victory on this map over Mal.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at touches, but those are some pretty big mistakes.
Northern now, we're going to see perhaps what Mal's secret is on this map.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a rumor.
What
Just
really
a rumor.
turns his map around, or match, I should say.
I'm not sure if he is going to be going for that. I think he might even hide it in the practice rounds. Looks like Mal trying to hide behind the tree here from Shane. Maybe.
Maybe just give himself a little bit of a mental talk here.
Yeah. Just a little bit of a thinking process going on, trying to decide. Let's see what both of these players go for. Oh, and Mal
Is going for the skip.
sneakily changing into the M9, but not looking too consistent so far. Gonna be going for that slope launch.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean that's really interesting. It's not going for the first M9, just honing in on the launch there.
He doesn't look too bad. Does not look too inconsistent at that skip, and I think this is dangerous.
I mean, look, Imala needs to land the skip 3 times, and
Shane is a little bit worried here. The question mark's coming out. Definitely not expecting the skip. Not a word from Mal. Shane obviously very confused and not too pleased with the fact that Mal's going for the skip.
I mean, what Mal is doing is completely legal.
Yeah. And look at the consistency. He's getting that, and it might not be incredibly quick.
Hold on. Masai versus Shane is listed as skipless default because Mal actually doesn't have any skip road records.
No. It was changed. It's listed as that in the list, but John only put that because they are both skipless players.
Just making sure.
Yeah,
that would be a big scandal.
No. It's allowed. It's allowed.
Okay.
But on to round 1.
Mal within the rules here.
Yeah. And I think even like I said, like you don't even have to do the skip that well to beat a skipless route. Like you can mess up even a couple times and still come away with the win. So Shane probably feeling, I mean, I don't know what I would be feeling in this situation. Not good.
Yeah, but also props to Mal to leaving his comfort zone and going for the skip. I mean, Mal is known almost entirely as a skipless player, so for him to do the skip,
yeah,
and getting it fast as well.
Beautiful from Mal, a 7-second time. That's amazing. I mean, even if he just now went for skipless for the rest, it would lower his average by so much that he would just win the map. I think Shane is kind of screwed here unless Mal gets some DNFs.
Absolutely. I mean, Mal does have the pressure on to make this skip 3 times, but Shane seemingly resigned here from Northern.
Yeah, and this Mal taking Northern here, I mean, we haven't taken a look at touches, but I think we can say pretty confidently that it would be 2-2 going into the final map, and they would both be doing a skip that they've never done before. 2 skipless players doing the skip, and yeah, Mal doesn't need to do it too quick. Still just going to beat a skipless player, but I mean, props to Mal for keeping it a secret. I mean, it's just smart. It's just smart, honestly. But I think this is going to be incredibly interesting to see 2 skipless players with the score 2-2 going at it on a skip map to end it. And Shane not really realizing that regardless of if Mal gets another skip, Mal could just do a skipless run, get a 14-second time, and still take the map.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's looking consistent.
Oh,
he's
Mal
looking consistent.
Will be locking it out here.
Wow.
Taking this map, undoubtedly.
And I think, honestly, like, seeing these times that we're seeing from Shane, I don't know if Mal even had to go for the skip, because Shane has been pretty inconsistent, finishing these 20-second times, you know, like, and then even when he gets a clean run, it's like a 13-6. But still, props to Mal for stepping out of his comfort zone. This is round 4, correct?
Oh, yeah, round 4.
Very consistent from Mal hitting the skip all 3 runs. I mean, would have even made a player like me, who's like actually solid and skip, nervous.
Yeah, I mean, definitely Mal's strategy to use the launch here has definitely paid off. Now he only has to worry about the second M9. Definitely the right move here.
You know, if I was Shane, I would just throw an attempt at the M9. Chuck one up there from half court and see if it goes through.
Absolutely. I mean, that's really what you have to do.
Yeah, at this point, you need a 5.9, a UWR in tournament to even have a chance of taking this map. But gonna be the final round here.
Maybe we'll see a little bit of magic from Shane.
Nope. Mal, consistent yet again with the 7-9. Not bad at all. It's going to bring his average down to a sub 8, which is incredible for a skipless player. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I mean, huge props to Mal here. Clearly putting a lot of time into.
Oh no, I accidentally put. Okay. Accidentally put.
And it is 2-2 in this match. Incredibly close, coming down to the wire.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure what to expect here because from what I've seen before in the practice, I saw Shane being a bit more consistent at the secondary, the old skip route on Twilight than Mal, but I also saw him not getting the quickest times, you know? So it'd be like a 22-1 or a 22-4. So I think if Mal can hit the skip, he has a good chance of beating Shane. It's just a matter of is he going to hit it or is he not?
Yeah, and also at this point in the match, I think both players are definitely feeling the pressure. Probably on the edge of their seats.
Mal opting for the
Oh,
steam
and Shane,
jump.
actually, good skip from Shane. I just spectated him. He's actually, especially from a mobile player, taking that skip way better than I thought he would.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
beautiful.
I mean, I didn't expect Shane to be that good at Twilight skip at all, to be honest. But Shane here with really good, solid skip attempts in Twilight.
Yeah, and I saw Mal's skip attempt kind of jumped a little bit too early. It seems a little bit unsure of the timing for the skip. So, not promising for Mal here. I'd be, a little bit scared.
I think it's probable that Mal maybe invested a little bit more Northern than he did on Twilight. I think he maybe wasn't expecting it to come down to that.
Yeah. Oh. Oops. Okay. Let me go ahead and check. I keep forgetting to repeat the selection. My bad. All right, practice 2 coming up. And I'd like to see both players probably just take some time here in practice. I mean, we're seeing some...
Especially now, like,
yeah.
If I'm out, I'm seeing Shane hit those skip attempts, I'd be shaking my boots.
Oh, Shane's method there is interesting. I don't even know if I saw him jump off of the torch. It looked like he just walked off of it. Or he just did it so quick.
Can Shane deliver in an actual run and pull these off? I mean, it's really just a matter right now of Shane's mental fortitude.
But that's solid.
21.9 is ridiculous.
That is solid.
If Shane can just lock in here and get those runs in the actual match coming up now in the actual round, this could be what decides it for Shane and what would be a crazy finishing end to a match.
Yeah. But on to round 1 here. I didn't even see Mal hit the skip once in practice, and he did not take the time. So we'll see.
Yeah, things are looking grim for Mal.
Gets an attempt, and just a little bit slow. Not what you want to see, and Shane going to finish this run out seemingly pretty solidly here. Could we have? I don't know if it's an upset for everyone, kind of an upset for some. 21.9, not bad. Mal with the DNF.
Just completely unexpected from Shane, especially given the fact he's on mobile. I mean, how many mobile players you know that can actually do skips? I mean,
yeah, none except Shane.
Especially after the Northern performance, I thought Shane was maybe tapped out of it as we headed into a skip map here, but Shane actually delivering.
Yeah, not losing confidence, and I think maybe, oh, he does go for the steam, and he's consistent at it as well. It looks a little bit faster. Mal?
Shane actually hasn't failed to skip once, not even in practice. I mean, he did, on the first one, he did falter after the skip, but Shane here had 100% consistency on this skip.
Yeah. Wow, 21.9. I mean, just the consistency. If he can get one more run done, that would kind of put Mal's hopes to rest here. Round 3. And Mal needs to start locking in some solid times. He needs to get that angle correctly on the skip. For those of you who don't know, if you jump at the skip and you look forward, you're going to get an unoptimal jump. You're going to get it slowly. He needs to start looking to the right here. Oh, and Shane misses the steam.
Shane.
Oh, Oh, Mal getting stuck under the mushroom. That is so unfortunate.
My gosh, what a chance for Mao. Just flushed down the toilet and emptied it into the sea.
That is
I mean,
so
it's not what you
unfortunate.
want to see.
23-3 is not
Both
the
players
worst,
feeling the
but
pressure.
yeah. Getting stuck under the mushroom is not what I thought I would see on this map, but that is very unfortunate. Round 4 coming down to the last couple rounds here. Shane needs to lock in one more run in these next 2 runs, and he has looked very consistent. Mal going to be counting that 22-2 actually, at least. So he needs to finish, a 21-7 here if we're being realistic. Oh no.
Oh, could be it for Mao.
And Shane getting the skip again.
Oh, and Mao looks out of it.
Mal with the DNF. Yeah, I think if Shane finishes this run, it's over. And it looks like Shane's going to take it, 22-0. Wow. Final round.
And Shane looks all but winning this match right now.
Yeah, not really much Mal can do. I mean, maybe try to pull out a slope launch at the very end and try to get a 20-second time. I mean, if we are absolutely praying, maybe that can happen. Looks like Mal opting for the steam again. Yeah. And gets the skip this time, but it's seemingly a little bit too late. I don't think Mal can win with a 23-second time on his average. Yeah, and a 22-2, and that's going to be GG's.
I mean, unless, Mao has some surprising touches on Jurassic Coast, which isn't impossible, it does look like Shane will be taking this match.
Yeah, incredible win for Shane. That's one of the most impressive wins he's had so far, and especially when you look at him beating a guy like Mao, who a lot of people do tend to put over him on LF. We could see Shane's LF position improve after this, and you also have to think, a matchup like Shane versus Rube, how does that go? Because Mal has beaten Rube in the past in tournament. So this is really good for Shane. I'm sure he was not too happy with his qualifying performance with a 15 seed going against the number 2 seed Mal, but pulls through here and gets the win, seemingly. But thanks for tuning in, guys.
What a cinematic ending to what was one of the most anticipated matches. I mean, it 100% delivered, completely outseeded expectations.
Yeah. Shane with the amazing win here. Guys, tune in to the next match. We are going to be having even more incredible matches as the rounds go on here. And as the prize pool increases, I mean, you just never know. We're going to have some exciting endings, so please keep tuning in. And we appreciate you all very much. Thanks for watching.
It's completely, thank